This is Mrs. Berkeley, and I'm going to review some information that you will need for your biology end-of-course exam in Florida. This video will cover cell theory, microscopes, scientific theories, and scientific laws. Scientific theories are explanations about something that happens in nature. Plate tectonic theory explains how the crust of the planet moves, causing earthquakes and volcanoes. The theory of evolution explains how the environment allows individuals who survive and reproduce to pass their genetic information to the next generation so that the population changes over time. Cell theory explains that living organisms are composed of at least one cell. The cell is the basic building block of life, and that every cell comes from another cell. Theories are explanations that are built from a wide variety of knowledge. The cell theory took many years to develop. In 1665, Robert Hooke described minute bodies that he observed with a compound microscope. About 170 years later, Matthias Jacob Schleiden said that new plant cells come from old plant cells. Theodor Schwann was talking with Schleiden and realized that he had seen similar structures in animal cells when he was working with Johannes Peter Müller. Schwann said that all living things are composed of cells. He also said that the cell is the basic building block of life. About 20 years after that, Rudolf Virchow stated that every cell arises from another cell. It took the invention of the microscope and about 190 years of studying living organisms by many different scientists to come up with the three statements that we now accept as cell theory. That cells make up all living things. A cell is the smallest unit of organization in all organisms, and that all cells come from other cells. Cell theory would never have been able to be developed without microscopes to view cells. Compound microscopes that had two lenses, one piece of glass near the specimen and another one to look through, were available to scientists around 1620. Hooke's illustrations published in 1665 of what he saw through his microscope were very impressive. He was the first to use the word cell to describe the microscopic sections in plant tissue. Today, scientists have several different types of microscopes to use. Compound microscopes are generally used to observe living cells. They only require a light source, so they do not harm living tissue. They can magnify up to about 1,500 times more than what you can see with just your eyes. Electron microscopes can magnify up to 2 million times and have much better resolution so researchers can see more details. The drawback is that the specimen must be dead. It is completely dehydrated and placed in a vacuum. It's often necessary to coat it in a thin layer of metal, such as gold, to reflect the electrons. A scanning electron microscope, commonly abbreviated SEM, will show the details on the outside of an object. A TEM, or transmission electron microscope, can show the details on the inside of a specimen. Scientific laws are descriptions about phenomena such as motion, gravity, and mass or energy that cannot be created or destroyed. They are not explanations, and they can often be expressed with a simple mathematical formula. You do not have to prove the law of gravity or the laws of motion. You cannot break scientific laws. If they could be broken, I wouldn't have my phone hit the ground whenever I randomly forget to hang on to it. But it would be awkward to not have gravity as I'm walking around. The big thing to remember is that a scientific theory can never change into a scientific law. Let's go over what we have reviewed in this video. Theories are explanations, which are developed over time and include many observations. The explanations are updated whenever new information is found. The cell theory eventually became the three statements that cells make up all living things, a cell is the smallest unit of life, and that all cells come from other cells. Three main types of microscopes that we reviewed. Compound light microscopes are generally used for viewing anything that is living. Scanning electron microscopes view the surface of extremely tiny things. And transmission electron microscopes are used to view the interior of cells. Scientific laws are statements, and since theories and laws are two completely different things, a theory can never become a law. And remember, biology is a way of life.